What's up, everyone? You're listening to the Good Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Ventura. We are here for episode 4. YouTube has not shut us down yet. You know, I haven't given them a reason to shut them down. ISIS hasn't killed me yet, so we're good. Yeah, ISIS hasn't killed me yet. You know, that invitation's still here. Come at me. Come at me.
I don't know about that, bro.
I know, it's a horrible idea. But, you know, anyways, I have 2 guests with me today. Very good friends of mine, guys that I've known for many, many years. Some of my oldest friends. I got my good friend Kris Blade here, wearing the Yankees cap.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, my name is Kris Blade, MC, graphic artist, just a good guy, you know what I'm saying?
And I got my good friend here, Scope Genesis, whatever you want to call yourself these days.
I'm Jerry. I'm going to keep it truly personal here, so I'm not going to actually, shout you out really quick. Yeah, I'm Jerry. What's up?
Awesome. Now, for those of you that don't know, my guest today, like Kris Blade said, he's a very talented MC. He's been in the hip-hop game in our town for a long time. He's also a very talented graphic artist, as well as my good friend Jerry, aka Scope. He's a very talented visual guy. He does video, he does photography, and he produces his own music, So what have you guys been up to lately?
Man, just work, life, you know what I'm saying? Trying to save up, trying to be a responsible adult, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And yeah, man, just doing some grown up shit, man.
Good stuff. What about you, Jerry?
Same with me. Just evolving, growing, trying to get through some shit and trying to get out of it. Go through some more shit. And just grow.
Yeah, I hear you.
Trying to stay away from all these fuck boys.
It's kind of crazy, man, that I've known you guys for I've known both of you for almost over 10 years now.
Yeah,
right? I was actually 19 years old when I first got this guy into his first club gig with J-Trax.
2007, right?
Yeah, in 2007, we brought this event called the Asian Hip-Hop Summit to Vancouver. And, this guy and his DJ, big shout out to J-Trax, another good friend.
What's good, J-Trax?
Yeah.
What up,
though? We had to sneak you into the club. I can't even remember what it was called, Fabric or Sonar?
Yeah,
I think it was
Fabric.
Yeah, it was Fabric.
Sonar, wow, that takes me back.
Yeah, and basically what happened was both these guys were underage. Just how we get in, and just get in right now. I got them to come early, and we snuck them into the club, and they had a good show. I think that was their first show, wasn't it? One of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. You had that mixtape.
I'm not sure if it was the actual official first show ever, but it was dope. It was dope.
Mm-hmm. And as for you, man, I think we met each other through MySpace.
MySpace or Facebook? Some on it.
No. 100% it was MySpace. Because I remember you had a really cool MySpace page, and you had all these graphics and.
Same.
Oh, that was this. Yeah, I know. I met you on MySpace.
I heard about Toxic Slime through you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, word. Yeah, man, I miss that era of the internet. The MySpace layouts and how you can get crazy with it before.
Yeah, I don't know if I 100% miss it, because right now in social media, everything is super simple and super accessible.
True.
Whereas back then, if you wanted to make a sexy MySpace page, you had to know a little bit of HTML. You need to know how to use some Photoshop and things like that. Whereas
it's a more effort back.
They had so much websites though. I remember Slim Thug had a website, and he was just like this, and the cast was animated. It was so sick.
Yeah, the animated GIF background. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was dope. Those were the good old days, man. And now we're grown ass men. Fast forward to 2016. I'm pushing 30. You're over 30.
I'm 32. Man.
Yeah. This guy's 32 now. You're almost 30 as well.
Almost.
Yeah. I'm almost
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. 2 years for me. And this guy is getting married soon. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there.
On the road, you know what I'm saying?
And congratulations, you just got a house with your girl.
Thanks.
Cheers, brother.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
It's good to all be here together today, man. It's actually quite rare, just because I I don't hang out with this guy very often. I don't hang out with this guy often. I actually help this guy find work quite often, like as much as I can, and I'm never there. Right?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man. I always look out for you guys.
Yeah, my big bro always got my back.
Yeah, no problem. I know.
It's funny how all of us are kind of related through like music though, like like a connecting thread is hip hop, you know. Like,
yeah.
Because you used to be MC, you know, before we were active. And yeah, like he reached out to me on MySpace. He's like, yo, I got some beats, man. Like, and I met up with him. I think on like the festival.
I think it was 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Summer 2010.
Yeah.
Some street.
Those are the good old days, and like. You know, we've done like a lot of cool things together too. Like me and Scope, like, you know, we've done like all kinds of shows and clubs together. We put on our own events with our own money. Yeah. Some retarded shit.
Yeah, you know, I remember I was there.
Yeah, you were.
I got in the car accident that night and performed. Yeah.
You were dressed up as Mickey Mouse. Yeah. It was on Halloween.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, yo.
And like, what was that? I was gonna say, you remember that time we got pulled over by the police?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was like,
oh no, it was just me and him.
Me and him. We were driving my freaking dad's Sienna. Oh no, it was like a Yaris. And it was like, we were looking like, you know, with a fitted cap, you know, colored boys and shit, like. I guess for the police, we looked suspect. I know, we got profiled that day.
Oh, yeah, we did. Because it was funny, because that day, we actually opened up for Elise Estrada.
Yeah.
At, like, this event.
What?
Yeah, we were openers for Elise Estrada.
That's dope.
And, like, we went to go, like, I went to go to, like, the bank, and, like, Blade was, like, driving and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, this cop pulled us over and gave us a hard time. And this was, like, in 2009, 2008, so we're still wearing baggy shit. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I'm a fitting hat. Both of us had hats on, and, like, the car was under my dad's name, so I guess they presumed that we stole the car or something.
Yeah.
Fuck the police, man. Honestly. I actually wrote a song right after that.
I remember that, and you did a music video, too.
Yeah, or, I did, like, a video on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Fuck police all day, man.
Oh, fuck, man. Like, so, you know, fast forward to today. Like, what is everyone up to? Like, I mean, like, do you have any projects coming up?
Not at the moment. But I'm working on it. I'm still writing stuff. You know, I'm not as active as I used to be, just because. I used to be in a group, you know, we used to be kind of like a clique, but
TSC.
Toxic Slime is pretty much just me now, so, yeah, I'm you know, working on, I actually got a bunch of beats from Scopes that I still need to, like, put out.
Yes!
So, that's gonna happen soon, man, like, when it happens, it happens. It's just like, for me, it's like hip-hop is like an addiction, man. I'm never really gonna, I'm never gonna stop doing this shit. Like, it's just like part of me, man. Yeah.
So it's always important to just return home.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. Like, even like, at this stage in my life, like, you know, it's not as important to me as it used to be, and I'm not heavy into it as I used to be, but there's still like a part of me that's still a part of it. Like everything that I do, from this podcast to ring announcing to promoting, I got that grind from hip hop, man.
Yeah.
Like I learned all that shit when I was RCB the MC.
Yeah.
Right? So like, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for that stage in my life. So in a way, like regardless, I'll never go away.
Yeah. Man, hold on a second. Actually, just remembered, I got some. I come bearing gifts, man.
What? Yeah. What's this? What does he have?
Well, I remember you lent me this book.
Oh shit!
A long time ago on some hip hop shit.
Whoa!
Jeff Chang.
Dude, this is
what? I borrowed this from you.
What the fuck?
Lucida Blade.
Fuck, I've been looking all over for this. So like, for those that don't know, Can't Stop, Won't Stop by Jeff Chang is like an award-winning book about the history of hip hop. I lent it to this guy like fucking so long ago. Like
when I first moved to Surrey.
Yeah, when you first moved to Surrey and you saw this book, you're like, oh, I heard it's dope. Yeah. And I lent it to you. I never got it back since, but thank you so much, man. Yeah, man. Whoever has the Wu-Tang manual, give that back to me. That's one of my favorite books too.
And also another
one. Shit, thank you so much.
Project, you know, I only give it to people.
Very nice.
I only give it to people who appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate this. Yeah. Blade Runner mixtape, Kris Blade. Thank you so much, bro. And, you know, can't forget this, Bushido Blade, one of the greatest PS1 games ever. It's also very underrated fighting game. Did you give this to me? I don't remember.
No, I didn't.
Because I know you gave me a bunch of games.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, fuck.
That game was very...
Thank you so much, bro.
For sure.
Appreciate that. Shit, that's fucking dope. I'm gonna go back to this because now, like in the stage of my life that I'm in, like, and how I view the world and how I view hip hop, I wonder how I view this book.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, that's going to be really interesting to read later on.
Pretty dope book, man. Shoot.
Yeah. Well, what about you, man? I mean, like, if out of anyone here, like, I've evolved and progressed as a man artistically and taste-wise, but you're like all over the fucking place, right?
That's just how my mind goes, bro. It's like I'm all over the fucking place. I honestly just can't stick to a single thing just because I guess it's ADD.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And,
man, salute though, man. Your videos is like looking very super impressed, man.
For like, to be honest, like if you're out there, you're a musician, or if you're anyone that needs any visual video work, you have to talk to this guy here. Like I remember like when he first got started, I mean, like, your videos were dope and you had a great direction, but where you are now, it's like you can tell you're just so confident with your work, and like you have like a clear direction of what you want to convey out there. And it's something like to this day, like, I dabble in video and stuff here and there, not even close to the level that you do it at, but like I look at them like, shit, man, like I hope I can reach even a bit of that.
I appreciate that so much, man.
No problem.
Honestly, it just comes from age and just tons of experiences, experimenting. Success has always been a very hard thing for me. So I think through struggling in success or trying to obtain it, it's always shown me some shit that I can actually take from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I look at your videos and I'm just like, yo, that's just a work of art, and almost like just like really artsy, man. Like
it's just how I see. How I see everything. I mean, it's just like kind of a different viewpoint from everybody else's.
And you directed one of my videos, pass it on YouTube.
I remember that, man. Like, that was like what, 2011?
Right? Yeah.
2012? Fuck, man. I don't know where this time is going. Like,
I think the first time I picked up a camera was early 2012 too.
Okay. I thought it was earlier than that.
No. I think the whole thing that like made me inspired to pick up a camera was the iPhone. Because I think the iPhone, through Instagram, I was hella hooked on all the editing, all the filtering apps. It's pretty cool shit. And just I think through editing, I found my passion.
Yeah, and you're fucking good at it, man. Like, what do you, at home, what do you use to edit? What do you use to edit with your work?
I use Final Cut Pro 10. Sometimes I use Premiere Pro.
What do you prefer?
Final Cut.
Okay. Is it familiarity?
It is, and it's also just simpler to edit with and shit. It's like very, very simple. Yeah.
I'll talk to the iMovie, man.
Yeah. It's actually pretty similar to iMovie in terms of the...
You know what? I dabbled in iMovie a little bit. Like, it's, for what it is, it's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. Pretty much, like, anybody can pick it up.
If it's an Apple product, it should be alright.
I just remember, you cut up one of my videos too, like my Big Ant Laguna video. You the one edited that. Shouts to that, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, fuck, there's a lot of tie-ins with each other's work over the years, huh?
For sure.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, I'm not going to ever rule out if I'm ever going to, like, because, like, I actually have quite a few people that ask me about it. And, like, my girlfriend, like, my girlfriend right now, shout out to June, hi. I think I showed her out every episode, but she deserves it because she's super dope. She wasn't there, like, during those days. And, like, she sometimes asks, she's like, oh, why don't you ever do it anymore? Or, like, why don't you ever get into it? And I'm like, like, during that time when I was in that stage, like, that was a different me. That was a different, like, way of life and a different way of expression for me, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, who knows if I'll ever do it again. I'm not going to completely rule it out.
Yeah.
But, like, as of right now, like, I'm at peace from what I've done, and, like, I'm at peace with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know you I'm sure you freestyle one here and there.
The odd time, but like you know, one of the things that I'll be honest with you, like I hear like my peers now, like guys that I came up with, guys like guys like Brebner, guys like Spot Ness, guys like Seth K, like people that like I legit grew up with and came up with in the scene. Yeah. I see what they're doing now, and I'm like, man, you guys just keep evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving. You can only get so far with like that like early 90s like style, and eventually it gets old, right? You know, nothing wrong with that style, but you know, you have to evolve and change with the times. That's just how it is.
Yeah, it's such a different era now. Just talking about music is like the whole aesthetic, you know, the way albums look, just the way how music is
packaged and presented, right?
Yeah, where you get it, like no more record stores. Like, come on, it's super different, man.
Everything's out in the open now.
Yeah,
and
just in terms of the art.
But in that same token, though, like the dope thing about this era is that we live in a great time where it's never been easier and accessible to have your art, your music. Yeah, you know, like I remember back in like the MySpace days, like we used to have to save money to have CDs made.
Yeah.
Right? We have to save money to have CDs pressed. Now it's like,
what is a CD, man? Like, laptops come with no CD drivers, like CD player.
Yeah, my laptop doesn't have one.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like it's such a different time now, and I actually think like it's both good and bad now because like everything's more accessible. Things are more disposable.
Yeah.
Right? That's the problem. Like, you know, everyone has like, you can look on your phone or your iPod or whatever. You probably have like thousands of songs, thousands of videos, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Right?
But the thing with that though, like the way how accessible it is like, that's kind of another kind of like con to it, because before, when I know back then when we were growing up, we had cassettes, dude. Like, you had one cassette, you saved up for like a week, and you live with that shit, and you read all the liner notes and shit. Like, you live with that shit, and you adjust the music. Like, now it's like so much shit. It's like ADD. Like, okay, I want to listen to this. Like, it's just
next. Like, that's the only like, you know, bad thing about today. But in a way, it's a gift and a curse, like you said.
There you go.
Right.
And all artists are actually forced now to become brands and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So because everybody's a brand now, songs are just like promo tools now. I mean.
Exactly, and you know, I wouldn't say we predicted it, but we've been talking about that for years too, Jerry. Like we used to talk like, you know, no, we're not making money off our music. Like we have to make it off our shows and making things like t-shirts and stuff like that and being extra creative. Like if you look at like all the personalities in hip hop today, it's like a complete like 360 from the characters that we grew up listening to and idolizing, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's so many like random people. Like you look at I mean, he's not like the most talented guy. He's purposely bad. But you look at like Lil B, right? Lil B's like
B's the best. Yeah. I love Lil B. Yeah. Shout to Lil B, the bass god.
Yeah, thank you, bass god.
Thank you, bass god.
Yeah, you have to thank bass god.
Sorry.
Yo, there's another guy who's like the bass guy. He's called the Ugly God or something like.
Nah, what? Never heard of him.
It's so bad. It's just like on the same kind of like he's a troll.
Yeah.
It's
like
look it up.
Like everyone knows Lil B. He's not meant to be taken seriously. Like look at him. Like every NBA playoffs. Yeah. No, but look at how Lil B has become a cultural icon. Yeah. Every NBA playoffs, no one talks about his music. They talk about what? The curse. Right? Lil B is ingrained in pop culture.
So
right? Not because of his music, but because of the way he branded himself and all the random shit he does. Like he releases like what? Like a song like every few days?
He's probably got a video uploading right now, man.
Yeah, and they're all equally fucking terrible. Right? But he knows that. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's so about just having an image and a character now.
Mm-hmm. That's how Odd Future was when they first came out.
Yeah.
Like they were that youthful, rebellious group that like they were bringing that sort of like punk rock element.
Yeah, it was definitely different. That's why like a lot of like it resonated a lot. Like that aesthetic was like super different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was dope. There was like, skateboards and like they were like rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely cool.
Hella rowdy. I think all the kids are so hyped now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
super hyped.
Which one? Like young guys coming up now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who?
Like Lil Yachty.
How is he? Any good?
It's kind of like novelty on that
I've heard his shit, and it's like pretty it's hype. It's hype. It's just all hype.
Now, like, with that being said, like, we talked about how, like, over the years, like, the game has changed so much in hip-hop and how it's changed for you in music and everything. Like, do you remember back in the day when we were the only Asian dudes to do it?
Man, yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, like, not, like, I'm gonna have, like, my good friend, Spot from Spot and S, he's gonna come here like on the show and like we're gonna trade war stories and talk about how it was back in the day when me and him used to like not like each other.
I know what I know that I seen that I seen him this year on MySpace.
Yeah, like we weren't like the best of friends back in those days, but we have like a great respect for each other now as people, as men.
He put out a dope project last year. It was
great.
Yeah,
it was great.
Dope.
I downloaded it and like it really spoke to me. You have to like listen to it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Spot. But like back to what we were saying, like before, it was so few and far between to have an Asian MC, to have an Asian rapper. There was me, there's us, right? Yeah. Like you can argue like before anyone else, like I was one of the originators of that shit here, right?
Yeah, you definitely did it before me.
But like look at it now, like you have your movement, the Cloudy Tunnel. Bunch of Chinese dudes all doing it together, right? And there's so many other cliques, more Filipino guys, more Chinese guys that are doing it. It's
honestly,
it's cool.
I don't know too many Chinese MCs.
No,
other than the Chinese MCs who are in Cloudy Tunnel, I don't know like too many.
Yeah,
especially CBCs or ABCs. I can't think of any off the top of my head besides Jin.
So, like for people that are listening that don't know, like what are CBCs and ABCs?
Canadian-born Chinese or American-born Chinese.
Canadian-born Chinese and American-born Chinese. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But like the game's changing. I think to the point where like it doesn't even really matter anymore. Like the whole like race and culture thing is like almost a gimmick now.
Yeah,
you don't need
it's currently changing because I think Asian face in Hollywood it's still seen as an outcast almost.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
Come on, man! Like how many there's only like Rufio that represents for the Filipinos, man. Yeah. Who else? No one else.
Yeah.
Dante Basco, man. Shout out to that guy, man.
That's true, man. Like I was like trying to think. I'm like, okay, who are some predominant Asians? It's like, okay, you have like.
You got Eddie Wong, obviously.
Yeah, Eddie Wong. I think arguably like one of the most important Asian people like in the world today. Very
dope, man. I love his show, dude. I'm hooked on it, man. It's so dope. The bass pop.
Not only that, like the cool thing is like he introduces people to different cultures in the world, but at the same time he stays true to himself. He speaks in the way that like he grew up speaking. He dresses the way he feels comfortable in. He doesn't sugarcoat it for like older, quote unquote, more educated people, right?
It's pretty much an Asian perspective on like the Food Network and travel show, right? Like and like he talks about politics and shit. That's pretty dope to me.
I'm not a very political guy, but like when I watch that guy, he's a big. I'd say he's a big influence to me, man.
Yo, you were just mentioning Jin earlier. Shit, when Jin was out, dude, like that shit was everything to me, man. That
me too. Me too.
Holy shit, I downloaded on Kazaa and shit.
Yeah, me too, man. Like I actually remember when we used to have BET on like channel 54 on cable.
Yeah.
Like I used to like make sure that I was at home at 4:30 for 106 in Park.
Yeah.
And like I think that was like one of the reasons why I started writing raps in the first place.
I met Jin when he performed at what is like Harbor Event Center now.
Yeah.
I met him. He's like a cool guy, and I went to a show. I did learn Chinese shit. But that whole battle thing is like, he killed every one of them. It's so dope, dude.
See, he comes from that actual freestyle battle shit.
Yeah.
I personally feel his albums and his like actual songs aren't as strong as.
They never were, in my opinion. But like at the same time, it's like I really respect what he's done.
Yeah.
Right. He's paved the way for guys like us to do what you do now.
He's like I heard a podcast from him recently. He's like a stand-up comedian now.
Yeah.
Isn't he always getting? Oh yeah, I saw he's dabbling in that.
Comedy.
Yeah.
I think he does a bit of everything now. He'll put out a project. Yeah.
Well, one of the things like about the world today, it's like, look at me. Like my full-time job, I'm a social media marketer.
Yeah.
I'm a professional ring announcer. I'm an event promoter for EDM events, and now I do podcasts. Like I think in today's world, like you have to be like well versed in so many different things. Like you can't be one-dimensional anymore. if you want to be successful.
Sure.
Right?
There's just so many opportunities, man. Just the internet just kind of opened the whole, like, everything is connected, right? So
everything's open.
Yeah, like, man, I make money off the internet just on PayPal, man. Like, people want me to do artwork, you know, that's like one of my things right now.
Oh, so do you do things like Fiverr?
Sorry, what?
Fiverr?
What's that?
Basically, it's like a website where like people look for, say, I don't know, like logos and designs and things like that.
No, mine is just kind of work. Like my homies, shout out to Scooter. His friends from Alabama, they always hit me up for artwork because I started doing shit for them. Mm-hmm. So that's like my main like kind of plug for that. So
I think I found another avenue for you to make money.
Yeah.
So like there's websites like Fiverr and other shit like that. Like basically companies and business people and stuff, they would go to this website and say, hey, I need this kind of like logo for my business. I need this kind of logo for shirts or whatever. Okay. And a bunch of people would basically like make logos for this person, right? So like it's sort of like a contest almost.
Okay.
So like you would design a logo. Of course you put like, you know, your watermarking on it so they can't jack that shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then like if they like it, they'll negotiate with you how much it's worth.
Okay.
Right?
That's what's up.
You should totally look at it because like even like my boss, like the guy that like owns this building that we're in, like we go to Fiverr a lot for different business logos and everything.
Oh yeah.
And like, you know, we'd be like, hey, we're opening up a health spa. I need this logo. This is the kind of colors that I like. Make it for me, and then like, you know, we'll negotiate like how much it's worth and price and things like that. I highly recommend you look into that.
I gotta check that out, man.
Right? I mean, like every like, you know, opportunity to make a bit of dough, it counts, right?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it all just helps promote independent people, independent artists, and companies and shit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's hella important.
I mean, like, sure, like, you know, I'm like, I have like all these things going on, and like, you know, I may not like have like a whole lot of money in the bank or whatever, but like in a way, like I do feel free because like I'm doing everything that I would have enjoyed in the first place for free.
Exactly.
You know, like this whole podcast, like I've been talking to you about this for years, and we're finally doing it.
Nice, man. Yeah, salute to the podcast, man. Shit, that's a good, like, you know, like it's a good form of expression almost. Mm-hmm. It's like free form radio, man. You can no censoring or nothing. Like,
yeah, no, that's the way I like it. I mean, like, you know, there's tons of good shows that I was influenced by. Mainly, of course, like the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah. Like a lot of people that do this style of podcast are influenced by that. But, you know, of course, this is like my own spin on it, right? Because like I'm not him, I'm myself. So like, you know, the way I talk and the way I present myself, this is how I'm going to do it, right? But I don't know, like it's a good time to be alive right now, you know, and it's I really do believe, like, you know, 30 really is like the new 20.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I feel the internet's just changing any type of perception on anything. You know?
Yeah.
So any type of like thought or idea can kind of be shaped to how you care about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course. And it's like really opened my mind up to the world, the different kinds of people and the different kinds of cultures out there. Yeah. I mean,
and even though everybody can be like so different from each other, still everybody's kind of the same too. I mean, because everybody's human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of comes from the same like source.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
A bad side to that though is like now how everybody has a smartphone / it's the smart generation now, right?
Yeah.
But now all these other assholes have smartphones too, like all these trolls. So now they have a voice, like all these fucking guys who leave like shitty comments on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's the fucking trolls, man. Yeah. Anyways.
That's
no, 100%. Like, you know, I guess that is 100% one of the downsides. Like, it gives a voice to cowards that don't want to be shown.
Yeah.
Right.
And people actually feel entitled to just spewing out bullshit for their
like there's a recent thing that happened, like E3 was last week, which is like, you know, big nerd kind of convention. If you're into gaming, they unveiled the game for new Watch Dogs game, and the main character is a black guy. And like the amount of people that complained that he was a black guy was like nuts. like but he's black. Like there was like
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's so many stupid people out there, man. It's like, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking dumb people like that. But then again, like, there's also dumb shit going on out there too. Like, they're doing the Ghost in the Shell movie with fucking
I know.
Scarlett
Oh my god,
Johansson.
dude, I hope that never gets made because that shit is tarnishing the whole name.
It's true, but I'll probably end up seeing it.
I don't know, man.
I'll probably see it, man.
Man, I hope if it's good. Maybe if it was like connected to like the old.
I don't think it would be any good, but I'll still see it.
I'll pirate that shit, no lie.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll like that shit too, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Not everyone that's listening to the show is like Asian, of course. I don't know if they can understand I mean, like, I don't even know. I don't know how to like fully explain it, but like, you know, we do need to have like. We do need to have like our identities as
proper
Filipino
representation,
people,
right?
Yeah, Chinese people. Like, you know, we need that proper representation out there because there's fucking even more of us out there, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of us out there, you know.
It's sad,
It's
man.
changing, though.
It is
right now.
It's changing for the better, and because before, like, if you look at like Asian people, like, who the fuck was representing in the '90s? Other than
It was pretty much Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan,
Yeah.
Jet Li.
yeah,
and boom, I think that's it.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for like 40 years.
Yeah, and like, you know, they were in anything else but like, you know, they were playing like in a martial arts role.
Yeah.
They were playing the roles of villains. Like, they weren't playing anything cool.
Yeah.
I think like one of the things that really changed it was, well, I wouldn't say changed it, but like I think like the first like guy in Hollywood that I could see like in a lead role in not a martial arts role was like John Cho, who played the lead role in fucking Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah! Shout out to that guy, man.
Yeah, he's actually great. He's really good.
Harold and Kumar is like is a lot of social commentary. Like,
Yeah.
if you watch that, yeah, it's comedic, but it's like it's a good message. Like how they were talking about shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Harold and Kumar movies. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
Right. I enjoy it now even more, like, you know, after, like, you know, partaking in the stuff that they enjoy in that movie. It's like, I think it's funnier now.
Right. Good kush, bro.
Yeah. Can't confirm or deny if I enjoy that. I'll tell you what, though, like, I went to, like, LA, and, like, everything in I'll just leave it at this. Everything in LA is bigger. Right? Like you go to the club, you have like cans of beer that are like this big.
All cans.
Right?
Tall boys.
Yeah, you have like cans of beer that big, you know. Servings are so much bigger. Like, you know, like if you go to like Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles or you go to In-N-Out, that shit's huge too. Everything's bigger there, man. I don't want to tell you what else is bigger there, but like, you know, I'll just leave it at that.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Pause.
Is bigger better though? I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what it is though?
I think all the food and shit, it's purposely bigger to like somehow control people.
How so?
Yeah, just on that point, like, also all this GMO that's in food anyways, it's like, yo, you got like kids that look like adults now, man, because of all the GMOs.
Oh, dude, it's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
look at like you know, I'm not saying that like I look at underage girls, but like
Pause.
right?
I don't think that's a pause.
No, it's not a pause, but like you have to think about it, right? Like, yeah. Anyways, like
hesitate.
Yeah, I have to hesitate. You gotta like ID. Like if I'm a single guy, like you have to ID a lot of these chicks, you know.
Yeah.
Like you don't fucking know half the time.
Yeah.
Even like some of like, you know, like younger guys and stuff like that. Like if they went to a liquor store and you didn't check ID, like these kids that look older, like you wouldn't fucking know that they're 16 years old, right?
Yeah,
It's hard to tell these days. Like,
crazy world we live in.
It is
man.
hard to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't seem overage.
No.
I seem hella underage.
this
but I don't know,
motherfucker
man.
doesn't look like he's 27, right?
Of course not.
No, you
Of course
don't.
not. It's because I'm dripping in the fountain and you cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you look like you're fucking 21 years old. For me though, like I don't know. Do I look like I'm 28?
Sorta, actually.
Oh, my age is starting to show. It's because I'm fat, isn't it?
You might fool some people, but you can't fool us.
Oh man, it was fucking awesome.
Man, 2016, man, what a year, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so many people, so many legends have passed away, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, R.I.P. to Prince.
R.I.P. the Prince. Indeed. R.I.P.
fucking
Muhammad Ali.
R.I.P. the Fife dog, man. Oh my god, that shit hurt me, dude.
Yeah, well, when Fife passed away, that was pretty shitty too, man. Like it always sucks to like, you know, see like, you know, people that you idolize like eventually like pass away, but I think like it really hit me that like when Ali passed away, I was like, well, shit, like, you know, he's not immortal.
Yeah,
right?
we're all getting old. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Human, man. You can't be Father Time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But damn, that guy was freaking revolutionary, man. Like he really stuck it up to the man, like back in the day in the freaking civil rights.
He changed culture.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
What a legend, man!
Culture, and he changed how I think the whole planet kind of perceived black people.
Like, yeah, 100%. And like, you know, one of the most important men in history was a devout Muslim, right? I mean, you know, I'm gonna miss Muhammad Ali.
Man, he was friends with Malcolm X, dude. Like Malcolm X is legendary, man.
Activist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. to the legends.
Yeah.
Never forget them forever. Well, I wanted to actually know your thoughts about this because I know both of you guys like are super heavy basketball fans.
Uh-oh.
So, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the NBA Finals?
I saw highlights, man, but shout outs to the Cavs because I've always been a Cavs fan. Been a LeBron fan since day one, so.
Fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm a LeBron fan too, but I was cheering for.
I know. I wanted Golden State to win, man. Honestly. Like, how can they, like, 3-1? They had it 3-1.
Yeah,
they had
I was
it.
pretty shocked at that,
Yeah.
honestly. But, you know, props to the Cavs, man.
But what's the stats with, like finals having a 3-1 advantage, though? Like,
well, I think they're the first team to ever do it.
yeah, I look it up, I'm like,
In the NBA Finals, yeah.
Yeah.
finals? Yeah.
First team in NBA history to like do that in the finals, come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Damn, son.
Good for them. I mean, it was exciting. I think for the most part, it was like the beginning of the end when you saw like Steph Curry like throw the mouth guard at the guy.
Oh man, it was so close though, man. Shit, I really rooted for them, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys enjoy the NBA playoffs this year?
I did.
I barely watched it. I saw highlights, but you know, like I was rooting for Toronto. You know, always get to work the Canadian team. Shouts to Drake.
OVO.
Did you guys like
Views.
Yeah, did you guys like it?
I was a fan.
Yeah.
What do you call this? If you're reading this was too late, is my shit though. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hard.
I enjoyed
Even the bars on that
Yeah.
album, that's why.
Because of the
He straight hip hop on that.
Yeah, he spit hard on that, but like in my personal opinion with views, like I liked it, but it didn't have its replay value. Like for me personally, like I enjoyed Pablo as well.
Yeah.
Like Kanye's latest album, I liked it, but it's not like I loved it. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
I appreciate the hell out of Drake though. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the Canadians are winning right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's winning.
Well,
what other Canadian other than him and Justin Bieber?
Weeknd, killing it, Bieber,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who else?
Bieber's the king of the world.
Top 3 are actually in the top 3 of
Pop culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let alone, like, forget, like, about urban music. We're talking about, like, international pop culture.
Dude, when I went to trip Toronto, like, Drake had the city on lock. Like, I just felt like OVO. Like, it's like, yo, Drake is running this shit. The billboard, and it was like everybody was wearing OVO shit. It was dope, man. It was good to see, man. I'm like, yo, Canada is rapping hip-hop shit right now.
Do you think anyone in our town can do that?
I hope so, man. Someone should, man. Like,
I don't see any artists happening now, but in the future, maybe. I think the closest artist currently is probably
Redner.
No.
Who?
Snap the Ripper, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's by far the undisputed champ, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Currently. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Brebner, obviously.
Good friend. Very good friend.
Brebby.
What's up, homie?
Yeah, but I think, the undisputed champ right now.
No, shots to Snap, man, because of all the, all the graffiti stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty big in Europe. They're in Europe right now.
Killing it in like Greece and Spain and shit, man. So SDK, what up, man?
Man, like the Europeans love hip hop though. Like
not just any kind of hip hop. They love that elemental shit. The stuff that they talk about in this book. The stuff they talk about in this book. Right?
Like, yo, I heard that J. Rue the Damager just lives in Europe because that's where his market is. So
Jeruma's Amateur. Holy shit, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites, man. I love J. Brew, man.
Right.
That Come Clean record, dude. Legendary shit. Yeah.
Man, yeah, hip hop has changed so much. I mean, there's a lot of like older guys that like really look down upon like the culture today, but I feel like they have to understand that that's just how our how people are now. You know?
I don't know, man. Like, there's really nothing like hip hop though. Like, I compare it to any other genre. Like, really, hip hop is the voice of like just the youth right now. Always.
And that is arguable, like in terms of today, because like not just that. Like I was gonna say, like for the most part, like a lot of people like today, like young people, they have their hand in everything too. Like they can't identify with just one thing anymore.
Yeah. That's
right. Yeah. Like for example, like I just started going to raves and everything like just a few years ago, and like I promote heavy for a lot of the top events in town, right? And like one of the things that I look at when I go to events, there's a lot of people like me, right? Like that go to these events now. Like a lot of people that grew up simply on urban music and hip hop, and they go to these events now. And I talk to them like, what made you go to this? I wanted something different. I wanted to try something new. Yeah. It's not just about drugs and fun and stuff like that. It's just the way that our mind, just the way like life changes you as a person. You want to try something different.
True. I was like a hardcore hip hop head for like from the 2001 to like maybe 2010. That's all I listened to. I was like, fuck everything else. Maybe I listened to Alicia Keys, but now I'm really messing with like R&B. Like,
yeah,
I just discovered Jameson, man. That's like my favorite shit right now. It's like so good. Yeah.
Jameson's amazing.
Yeah. Bryson Tiller is pretty sick too. Like
Bryson Tiller's sick, man. I'm gonna go see that guy in a few weeks.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Man, like who got tickets to the Drake show though, man? That just shit sold out super fast.
Look it up. Overpriced.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid overpriced. Like for a pair of tickets, it's like $6. Not even for good seats,
Man.
But from what I heard, he puts on a hell of a show, man.
Yeah.
Puts on a hell of a show. Are you guys going to see Kanye when he comes back to town?
I want to, man. Yeah, for sure, Kanye. I want to see Kanye. Like, I want to see that. I mean, I actually want to go see Beyonce, man. Like, I heard the Beyonce show was lit.
Yeah, I heard Beyonce show's lit. You know what's funny? My younger brother, like, because his girlfriend's like the biggest fucking Justin Bieber fan ever.
Yeah.
He like, he's not like super heavy into going to the shows, but he goes because his girl goes. And he told me, he's like, yo, man, when you go to like a Bieber show, like the power that he has over everyone in that building,
man, I'll bet.
It's unreal. Like, Bieber could say, hey, Bieber could say, hey, go fucking jump off a bridge, and majority of the people in there would do it without question.
Jeez,
right?
The believers.
Yeah, some powerful shit. I mean, like, one thing that I respect about him, like, I mean, over the years, like, I think, like, it comes with age. Like, his music, like, obviously, like, reflects his age.
Actually, yeah, I seen the video he did, which, like, recently, I think it's called, I can't remember, but the video was so sick. It was, like, in, like, the Antarctica or something, Greenland. The visual was lit, like.
Yo, unprecedented part of the podcast, but I gotta hit the bathroom.
Yo, go ahead, go bathroom. I'll talk about it.
I broke the ceiling. Shout out to the beer.
Shouts to the beer. Will remain unnamed.
Yeah. You motherfuckers, if you want me to show your logo on this podcast, you have to pay me for it. So until then, you get the back of it, and it has nothing on it.
I got a question for you, man.
Sure.
What's your favorite hip hop album, man?
Of all time?
I know that's like that's a hard question to answer, but like
of all time.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think we've talked about this before, and I'm just trying to like think now as an adult, like at my age, what is my favorite hip hop album of all time? It's you know what's funny? It's actually a toss up. It's between Actually, there's three of them.
Okay.
Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, and Machiavelli.
Ooh, those are all pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, like, I think as I got older, like, I actually began to, like, appreciate pop more.
Yeah.
Right? Even now, like, I would randomly, like, on Thursdays, how on Instagram it's Throwback Thursday, right?
Thursdays.
Like, on Thursdays, I actually try to make an effort to revisit albums that I liked from when I was younger. Right?
Michael Jackson, man. Come on, man. Legendary.
Thriller is timeless.
Yeah.
Thriller is timeless. The production on Thriller, like, even to this day, like, you hear it, like, that appeals to, like, everyone, every race, culture, every genre. People like it.
It's, like, one of the most, like, top selling albums of all time, like for sure. Yeah, that's a good list, man. I fuck with that.
Well, what about you? What are your like favorite albums of all time?
Oh man, I'm a big Mobb Deep fan, man.
Infamous, yeah, that's my shit.
The Infamous would be my number one, just because when I listened to that album, I felt like I was in Queensbridge. Like I was freaking listening to it for like 6 months, dude. I'm not gonna lie, like that's just my favorite album of all time. Number 2 would be Illmatic. I guess we're talking top 5. Number 3. Built for Cuban Links.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Fucking very lit. What else is there, man? I have a list, man. Like, can't remember now.
Well, you have one more album.
Ready to Die. Ready to Die. Pretty sick.
So that's it. That's your 5.
Did I say 5 already?
You did. You said Infamous, Illmatic. There's some other ones.
Built for Cuban Links.
Built for Cuban Links. Ready to Die. One more.
I got one more. So, recently though, like I've been really into like Tribe. So Midnight Marauders is like so good, man.
Nice. Well, the other 2. So I already said Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic. Excuse me, Machiavelli, The 7 Day Theory. 2 more albums. I would probably say. For my 4th one, it would have to be 36 Chambers.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Be 36 Chambers, and the 5th one would probably be the Marshall Mathers EP.
Man, Eminem, what a beast. Yeah. That 8 Mile movie changed my life, dude.
8 Mile really influenced me too, man.
Yeah.
Like you watch it to this day, like even like if you're not like into like hip hop or battle rap, like it's a good story.
No, like right? I got a story like. Before I even started rapping, I was just into like memorizing rap lyrics, right? Mm-hmm. So like that movie came on and they played Shook Ones in the beginning. Yeah. I was like so freaking happy. It's like I spat it word for word. Shit, that was dope.
Yeah, I know it's legendary. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous us, official Queensbridge murderers. Like that's something that'll live with me forever. How was your piss?
Longest piss in 2016.
Wow. Damn. Okay, so what me and Blade were talking about while you were taking a leak in there was what are your top 5 favorite hip hop albums of all time?
Of all time?
That's hard, right?
That's fucking hard, man.
We have to think about that for a while too. I mean, like I already like gave him out, like, but what are yours?
I guess like top 5, probably. Nas, It Was Written.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I say Jay-Z, Blueprint.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Ghostface, Iron Man.
That's a good one.
DMX, Is Dark and Hell Is Hot.
Oh my god.
That's a good album. Good album.
The 5th one. Cameron, Come Home With Me.
That was a good choice. Good choice.
I have that on my phone right now. I listen to that all the time. So
Dipset,
yo.
I'm just hella into 2000 hip hop.
Yeah. Well, that's
2000 era.
That's for a lot of us too, because during that time, like we were coming of age. We were like
high school.
That shit was super influential to me, man.
Nas had that song on It Was Written. It was like it was a concept song. Was it? Oh, the one about the gun.
Yeah.
He's like,
I made you like that. I bought it like that.
Yeah. No, I gave you power.
I gave you power.
Produced by Premier, right? That shit was dope. So, yeah. He's like talking about like first person, how it's to be a gun.
Yeah.
Who does that, man? Nas is like my top, like he's number one for me, man.
He's a true poet.
Yeah.
He isn't even an MC, he's like a true poet.
I mean, like, let's be real, like a lot of the stuff that Nas has released as of late, it's like, but like his body of work that he made when he made Illmatic, when he made It Was Written, I'm not going to include Nostradamus, but like, right? But
I was okay with that album.
No, I hated that album. I hated it. I hated that album.
Genuine, right?
Yeah.
I hated that album, but like, those 2 albums, like alone, like All Is Forgiven. Stillmatic is amazing too.
Yeah.
And God's Son was amazing. But I mean,
I remember Streets of Cycle was trash though.
It was alright. He had bangers.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was too much. Yeah, it didn't need to be a double CD.
Yeah, man.
No, that's overkill. That was overkill when he made a double CD.
Yo, that one though, the Untitled one.
Untitled album
was so dope. I listened to that a lot, man.
Did you guys like Hip Hop Is Dead? It was okay.
It was alright.
It was average.
Yeah.
It was average.
Well, yeah. Nah. It was okay.
I think the selling point from that album was Black Republicans because it was featuring Jay.
Oh yeah, and that was like okay, we're gonna.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was huge when Jay-Z and Nas squashed the beef and they appeared on stage. I can't remember for what show it was.
I think it was Summer Jam.
Was it?
I think.
I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. But we had like an interview where it's like they squashed it. They had a press conference.
No, they didn't even have the press conference, dude. Like it was like they had it on stage. It was like Jay-Z was like, "Let's go, and then Nas did like the chorus for Dead Presidents.
I'm not prejudiced.
And then after that, like they did Black Republicans together, which before that no one has heard yet, right? Like they had like this really intricate stage where like there's like a big American flag in the fucking background, and you know. Man, hip hop is all dramatics, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, right? It's like it's pretty much like WWE. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah,
so true, so true.
And it's like heel characters and hero characters.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Oh man, did you guys play Def Jam Vendetta though?
Oh, dude, I still have it at home. That's good. That's one of the best. Of the best PlayStation 2 games of all time.
The Fight for New York was so good, man.
Dude, I'll fuck you up if you're playing that game.
Dude, I'm nice with that game, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. With my
who do you play with though?
Who do I play with in that game? Other than my own created guy.
Okay.
Oh, Ghostface is cool. I like using Method Man or Redman. Right.
I remember they had some really creative like finishing moves too.
Oh, dude, some of the finishing moves are crazy. Like there was this one, I can't remember, but like there's this one move where like you would like split the guy's legs like this, you just kick him in the balls like numerous times, and then in the end just boom, the right hand comes right there.
It was dope.
It was pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That was a great way to like promote yourself as an artist. Just put yourself in a fucking fighting game.
No one does that anymore, man. What happened to Def Jam Vendetta?
Well, what happened was like they released that piece of shit Def Jam game.
I had that too.
It fucking sucked.
Def Jam Icon, right?
Yeah, like it was horrible. Like Jerry, they came out with like this.
I've heard of that.
There was this like Def Jam game for PS3, and everyone was so hyped about it because
the graphics were sick.
The graphics were sick. The graphics were sick, and everyone was like riding off like how dope Def Jam Fight for New York was for PS2. When they moved on to PS3, it's like they fucked it all up.
They fucked it up. They made the fighting slower, and it's like it was just so weird.
It was weird. It was like this. It was a rhythm game too.
Yeah.
So like you would fight people, and you'd have to like hit them to the beat.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you have to time punching someone in the face to the beat? That's fucked up.
They had some cool like music though. Like they were playing like Mike Jones shit. And,
oh, dude, the best was like
08 or something.
No, 2006.
Yeah, 06, 07, yeah.
And like they had some pretty dope stuff. Like remember how dope Jim Jones's Ballin' was? We Fly High.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
That's still my anthem, man.
That's just dope.
Jimmy, right?
I love fucking Jim Jones, man. The whole Dipset is like one of my... Yo, have you guys seen the Cameron movie, Killer Season?
I haven't seen that in years.
That's some scene he like pisses on somebody.
No, like, okay, there was a scene there where like, pretty much he's like a retelling of his story. So like Cameron like pretends like he's still in high school.
Yeah.
So like he's a grown ass man, like like acting like he's in high school, and he's like obviously he's not in high school, he's old. It was so dope, man.
The one thing that sticks out of my mind is that part where like he had like this chick that would hide drugs for him, and she would hide it in her ass. Like she would hide like 8 balls of coke in her fucking ass, and like she would have to like shit it out and clean it out and give it to him.
Yeah. Yo, but whole thing with Cameron is he's funny.
He's fucking hilarious.
His like type of comedy is like so hood.
Yeah.
It's like fucking awesome.
But he was lit on that fucking Paid in Full movie though. He was like,
I haven't seen Paid in Full. I heard it though.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen Paid in Full yet.
Yo, Rico.
That's like an all-time classic in hood films, man.
It's pretty
good. In hood films?
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite, like, I guess...
Belly.
Yeah, Belly, like, to this day, that's one of my, like...
Sincere, shout out.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite, like, in terms of visuals, like, what's his name? Really talented director.
Yeah,
Hype Williams, that's right.
Yeah.
Like Hype Williams' visuals in that movie are on point. His use of lighting and everything. Although, like, I have to admit, like seeing like DMX in the sex scenes were kind of weird. You know, like because like he's making like his face. He's like right. Like,
rough riding that bitch.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, it was so dope to see DMX when I was in LA.
Oh, you saw DMX?
Well, yeah. Remember I told you when I went to LA for a week, and like big shout out to my boy Jay Tan, one of my good friends. He lives in LA. He's a big MMA promoter and like a big hip hop guy, right? And he's like, "Yo, I got some good news for you, man. We got VIP at DMX. Free shit,
dude,
right?"
I'll kill to see that guy,
dude. And it was so dope. Like, okay, but I'll give you a little bit of backstory as the DMX in LA. So, DMX was set to perform at I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it's right beside Staples Center. It's not called the Nokia Center anymore. It's called something else because Microsoft bought Nokia, so they changed the name. Mm-hmm. Anyways, like on that, like 2 days before DMX was set to perform, DMX got arrested, right, in LA. Yeah. So like some girl, like some groupie, like stole like his $50,000 chain, and he had to get it back from her. Wow. Right, so he retained it from her, and the girl claims that like DMX and like his entourage raped her. Right? And I was like, fuck, man, we might miss out on DMX. Like, he's gonna get arrested again and shit. Yeah. Turns out, like, obviously the bitch made that shit up. Yeah. So, like, X was clear to, like, perform on Sunday and everything. So, like, we go to, like, the place and everything. Like, it was super dope. Like, like, really good atmosphere. Lots of, like, real hip-hop people that were there for the most part, I think. Yeah. And, like, the cool thing was, like, X was there on time, man. Like, he was set to be on stage at 10:30. 10:30 on the dot. DMX was there. DMX finished at 11:30 on the dot. Yeah. Like, and he was perfectly sober. Wow. Right? I mean, like, he had some Hennessy on stage, and he performed all the hits. And the cool thing was when I saw him, it was like, yo, this guy hasn't lost a step. He's still fucking awesome. Right?
I heard he's got a dope performance. Like
when he's on point.
Yes, man. He's like so hard.
Yeah. When DMX is sober. Now, a few years before I went to see DMX, like X, this was still when he was like just pooped out, when he's smoking crack and shit all the time, right? Yeah. So like a few years before, like X went to that same theater. He showed up like a half hour late, refused to fucking perform because people were booing him for being late. He threw his mic at the crowd. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this." Threw his mic at the crowd, walked out, and a fucking riot broke out. No. Right? So, like, the CDMX, sober, able to perform, on time, like, that's a rare treat in itself. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's dope.
And, like, the 12-year-old in me, like, was losing my fucking shit. Because, like, I remember buying And Then There Was X when I was 12 at HMV. Like, that was probably, like, one of the most important things for me in terms of music, my musical taste. Yeah. My mom actually made me return that album.
What?
Because like of the swearing, right? Like fucking like
it's just a bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
You just want from a
yeah. Like,
is that the album that had Party Up?
Yeah. And then he had that song, What's My Name? DMX. Yeah.
Man, Swiss Beats, that whole Rough Rider shit, I'm such a big fan, dude.
Yeah, man. I grew up on that shit.
Rough Rider, the logo, man, it's a legendary shit.
The logo itself was legendary. Like, it was pretty cool too. Like, when you were out in LA, like that week, like when I was walking through Hollywood with my girlfriend, like you saw like so many like people wearing like Rough Rider shit.
Wow.
It was crazy. Like there was like all kinds of like.
I always wanted one, man. Yo, I wanted one of those shirts.
When I remember, like when Jin came out with his Rough Riders chain and he was at the 106 in Park, I remember thinking that was the coolest shit ever.
Oh, because like that sign of Rough Riders, like, oh man, that's like
because like it's so like I don't think he was a good fit for the group, but like it was dope that like they noticed him.
Yeah,
right. It was super cool.
It was just crazy how this first album I was on that like crew.
Yeah, that was sick, and he had some sick production. He had like Jin on that album had Kanye West before Dropout.
Yeah,
which
Kanye, he had Swiss Beats.
He had Wyclef.
Yeah. I heard a podcast with Jin, and he was like, the whole time he was in Rough Riders, he never met X. He ran into him, but he didn't ever have like a conversation.
But that's also because like X was going through all of his weird shit.
Yeah.
Right? DMX was being DMX.
Yeah.
The only time like, you guys would ever have to see DMX, like I highly recommend it. If there's an opportunity, go fucking see him in the States. He's amazing.
I read his book, man. Like, it was so dope. Like,
what was his book about?
Book's about his whole life, real shit. Like, you know, the shit that he's talking about in Slipping, like, all that shit really happened.
Yeah.
Like, well, he ran away from home. You know, he was like really into dogs. Like, he would catch dogs and just like steal them and and keep them in the rooftop. Like in the video, he showed that. Yeah, and like his mom was like, I don't know. His mom had like a lot of issues with him, so he'd lock him up. Like she would lock him up in the room all the time for a whole day. Actually, like it was just like a lot of issues with his family. So it's kind of sad.
Man, DMX was such a good talent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, if you think about it, like, people like X, like, what they lacked in, I guess you could say, technical rapping ability, they made up for in complete emotion.
Yeah, it's just energy.
Right? You could feel his
like
energy.
Similar to Tupac in that sense, because Tupac, his flow just isn't as, like, technical as, like, Biggie's.
Yeah.
But Pac just, like, he just has that raw emotion. Everybody can feel that, you know what I mean?
I love like freaking All Eyes on Me and Me Against the World.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you can like when you hear it on track, like you can feel what he's feeling.
Yeah.
Right, and that's a unique trait that like a lot of like guys out there just may not have today.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard.
You know, I went to a Mobb Deep show.
Really?
This was like in 2014.
Here?
Yeah. At Bar None.
Okay, cool.
And I was disappointed, man. Like I was kind of I'm a big Mobb Deep fan. It's my favorite like group. And like the crowd was just like no one was mosh pitting. The sound setup was weak. Like I couldn't even hear like their raps. Whoever was mixing the boards fucked it up. Like you know how in Fortune the sound's so good? Yeah, they fucked that shit up. I was kind of disappointed.
That's whack.
Yeah.
Did that ruin it for you?
Not well. I you know the whole fact that I saw them, you know, that was cool. But yeah, I wish the sound was better. Like they played Quiet Storm, and I couldn't even hear like the rapping. Like yeah,
it was probably also because I think the crowd who was there was also an older crowd because anybody who grew up on them is an older cat.
Pretty much.
So all the hype like. Teens aren't even on that shit.
I mean, like, I was expecting, like, survival of the fittest. Someone's gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I went to
happen though. No, it's old.
Yo, but I went to a Method Man show, and that shit was crazy.
Which one? Because, like,
He's a bit different. Yeah.
I went to see Meth and Red, like, back in, like, 2008. Even to this day, that's still one of the coolest shows.
That's my favorite show. Like, he went, and this was where, I think it was Plush before.
Yeah, okay, I was there. I was at the very front of the stage and shit.
Was it in 07?
2008.
Oh no, this was just Method Man and Street Life.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It wasn't the Red Man.
Okay.
But like after I left the show, I'm short, right? I'm like 5'1.5". Like I'm tiny when it comes to like all these people there. And I was in the front and I ended up in the middle because it was so rowdy. And like after the whole show, dude, the floor, broken glass and blood.
That's fucking rowdy, man.
It was crazy, dude.
That's a crazy shit.
Yeah.
You brought the piss.
Yo, when he was doing front flips to the crowd, it was lit.
Yeah, Meth, like, you know, he's a really good talent too. Really, he's a good actor too, man. Like he does his work, man, on TV and movies.
I've seen him in like some Adam Sandler flick.
Yeah, me too.
It was like so random.
Which one was it? Was it the one where
it was called The Cobbler?
Oh yeah, the one where you're making shoes, right?
Yeah.
I saw that on Netflix. Yeah, that was actually pretty alright.
Man, I refuse to see Adam Sandler movies, I'm not gonna lie.
You know, dude,
the classics?
This cat, dude, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
Dude, I don't know. A lot of people are gonna give me some heat about this, but I actually enjoy his shit.
Yeah, man. I'm a fan of his older shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer. Man.
Yeah, that was alright to me. But
yeah, that was all good shit. But guys, we're very low on time. Thank you again. Yeah, man, it's already been like an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a fast hour. I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. Thank you so much. You know, it's been a good show. You know, while we can, like, thank you again for coming.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Really appreciate that. So, while you can, like, let's plug your shows, like, plug your social media. What do you guys have? No
shows, man. Just, you know, like, everything that I do on the internet, go to top6line.com. You can download all my music there, you know, if you want to check it out. You can find me on pretty much all the social media stuff. SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, at Kris Blade, KrisBlade. It's, yeah, like, I gotta jump on that quick. That's pretty much universal. Yeah. And that's that, man. Like, that's my shit.
For me, I'll drop a song here and there. I mean, I don't actually have like a plan currently for my project. I'm part of a crew, as I was talking to you about, called Cloudy Tunnel, and all of us are planning to have a show on Canada Day. It'll have like a dance competition, hip hop performances, t-shirts, and all that shit. So
good shit,
yeah.
Good shit. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Fist pounds all around. Thank you so much. As for me, like, you know, that's it for this week. I'll be gone for the weekend. I have no shows or anything, but I'm planning my next few episodes for next week. Until the next episode, take care. Peace.